Okay, dear viewer, many thanks to you for having joined us on The Arena on Aneke Television today. Yes, of course, we meet here, to take on burning topical issues and matters facing us as the people in society. As we host analysts and guests who come here to offer their thoughts and their opinions on these various issues and matters ranging from different sectors in the society. We also, our intention primarily is to make you, the viewer, get more enlightened, better enlightened, educated, informed, and entertained. So thanks for being our wonderful companion on The Arena today. My name is Chris Anibogu. Yes, of course, today on The Arena, we want to take a look at the developmental strides in Enugu State. Maybe you may be aware of a lot of developmental activities that has actually taken place in Enugu under the current leadership of this current administration led by Dr. Peter Mbah of Enugu State. He's just 2 years in office. Well, we will look at these things and other issues. And we have joining us on the show today the Special Assistant to His Excellency the Governor on Media, talking about Honorable Arinze Nnamani. You're welcome to Aneke TV.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the program runs. So, to begin with, congratulations on your appointment into office as a Special Assistant to the Governor on Media. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chris.
And I must have to say this because you're quite a very young man. And the governor must have a special pride in your person to have considered you for such a position, So congratulations.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, so let's begin on this note. Yes, we've heard of 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe more than 5, achievements of the governor, Dr. Peter Mbah in office for the past 2 years. But now that you're here, it's good we hear from the mouth of the horse. Talk to us. What's been going on, developmental-wise? Maybe infrastructure-wise as well.
Well, once again, I want to thank you for this invitation. It's important that we continue to dialogue, we continue to discuss, we continue to come together, talk together, to enlighten our people, to educate our people, and to sensitize our people on what government is doing. So having said that, it is pertinent and indispensable to know and to note that Governor Peter Mbah has been living up to expectation since he assumed office in May 2023. The governor decided to hit the ground running by, first of all, seeing that insecurity was the big elephant in the room. Because we can't talk about development, infrastructure, and what have you without
security. Proper security.
You can't tell people to come and invest their money. You can't tell investors to come to Enugu State. You can't attract investors to the state without you having security put in place. Because businesses and businessmen can't de-risk security. They can de-risk other things, but security is exclusively on the government side to take care of. So he saw that insecurity was a big elephant in the room. He stood firm against those people who hijacked the streets of Enugu State. Because I remember vividly that before his assumption to office as the executive governor of Enugu State, that moments and time that we don't go anywhere in Enugu State. People, some miscreants, non-state actors took over the state. You have decided to tell us when to come out, when to go to school, when to do our businesses and when not to do our businesses. became a norm in Enugu State. Killing, insecurity took over the state, kidnapping, assassination was all happening before the administration of Dr Peter Mbah. He came and said that he's going to fight this to stop. And he said and declared no to sit at home in Enugu State. And when he started the enforcement of the no sit at home order in Enugu State, many people said he should leave that, that he can't defeat these non-state actors. But Governor Mbah, a transcendental leader that has vision, that sees where he wants to go to, that sees where he wants the people of Enugu State to go to, insisted, stood his ground when even everyone was saying it is not possible to stop these non-state actors. He stood his ground, brought innovative ideas, equipped our security men, brought different devices for the government of Enugu State to fight these people, and strengthened our all security sectors across the state. Even the president, when he came to commission the Command and Control Center, saw this novelty and said, Mbah, you are my friend, you are innovative, we will go places together. This is what the president, his speech from a president who is from the opposition party, that speech was sacrosanct and symbolic because the president was impressed by what he saw at the Command and Control Center. He also saw and commissioned over 150 vehicles in the states, over 150 DRS vehicles, because the governor initiated the DRS, the Distress Response Squad. These people have been very, very effective to discharge their duty by further pushing out these non-state actors out of Enugu State. And today, I can be bold to say that Enugu State is one of the most safest, peaceful states in Nigeria.
So in a nutshell, what are those security measures? Well, you've talked to us about the inauguration of the DRS.
Yes.
So what other security measures did the governor come up with?
You know, security measures and security is a sensitive issue. It is nebulous. You know, it's something that you can't just come out to start telling the public because it's demand a lot of techniques and tactics. You have to be ahead of those non-state actors.
That's right.
So he had a lot of things that he did behind the ground because our governor is not a noisemaker. He believes that his works will speak for him. And so far so good, his works are speaking for him in Enugu State. We can all attest to that fact, that his work is speaking for him. It became business unusual, disruptive. When he said he means that he's going to disrupt the status quo in Enugu State, he meant it. So far so good. We are seeing what he has been able to do. So after fighting these non-state actors, and I want to also say that it does not mean that we don't have one or two pockets of security issues. But now, what becomes of you when you are a victim of those monsters in any part of the state? It's the assurance that government is behind you. It's the assurance that those people who did that will be brought to book. It's the assurance that you get justice. It's the assurance that those people will be caught. And this is what our technology is helping us to do in Enugu State. So, after that, the governor started by flagging off a lot of road construction in Enugu State. A lot of road construction in Enugu State, and most of them have been completed. The second phase, he also flagged off the 141 roads across the state. And we are seeing Enugu State today is a construction site. Everywhere you go in Enugu State, you see different type of construction that is ongoing. These are impactful to the people of Enugu State. We have seen the abandoned ICC, International Conference Center, that was abandoned for over 18 years, this governor came and he breathed life to those to that infrastructure. And today, that infrastructure is hosting a lot of people across the state, making Enugu State become the conferencing capital in Africa. This is one thing that the governor has dreamt about. And today, we are seeing it coming to fruition. A lot of conferences have been held in the International Conference Center. People are coming to Enugu State today because of what this governor has been able to do. See the Nigeria Guild of Editors just recently finished the conference.
Yeah, conference, State. Yes.
You saw the surveyors, the Nigerian Institute of Surveyors finished the conference in Enugu State. We saw a lot of institutions that are of impact in the nation coming to Enugu State to hold the conference.
And that must be bringing lots of revenue to the state.
Lots of revenue to the state government, improving the tourism sector too. And next month, we'll be seeing Enugu State will be hosting the Nigerian Mbah session. We are having the annual conference here in Enugu State, the NBA conference in Enugu State 2025. This wouldn't have been possible without the person, the transcendental leader of and kind of Dr. Peter Mbah in the state, with the magic wonders he's doing in the state. It wouldn't have been possible. So we are also seeing the governor connecting the dots, because when you talk about infrastructure, you are also talking about improving the facelift of the state. Across the state. We are also seeing that tourism sector is improving. We are also seeing that the IGR coming to Enugu State is also improving. We are also seeing that we're having a lot of visitors coming to Enugu State. I want to say that before Governor Mbah came on board, a lot of the tourism sector was dying off. But today, it's hardly you go to any hotel today that has not been booked up before the week. You know, this is because of what the governor has been able to do in the state. And the governor has intention of making sure that we have over 3 million visitors visiting the state annually. And it's not just about having vision, having dreams, having goals that you want to achieve. It's about the intentionality that you put forth for that your vision to be achieved. This is why the governor on July 7th launched the Enugu Air. When he said that Enugu Air will be made possible, a lot of people said, but it is not going to be possible. How can Enugu State, a small state, be able to front their own airline? How can Enugu State be able to launch their own airline? This was what naysayers were saying. But this one is someone who doesn't listen to naysayers. He understands what he wants to achieve, and he pushes them head on. He understands it. He knows what leadership is all about. He understands leadership. He's an inborn leader. He's a transcendental leader. He made sure that we had 3 aircraft coming to Enugu State.
So you're saying that these things are not just imaginative, facts that people just viewed on camera. Is it real?
It's real. That is why we said the Enugu Air was from ideation to realization. You can also say from ideation to reality. That was a picture and a summary of what Enugu Air was about. This was about a man who sat down to envision Enugu State. To see, he wants Enugu State to be flying high. You know, don't forget also that one of his plans is to make Enugu State the top 3 states in Africa. The top 3 states in Africa. And also to increase our GDP from $4.4 billion economy to $30 billion economy. You cannot just make such humongous pronouncement without following it up with intentionality. This is why he's bullish in everything he's doing. He's bullish to see that Enugu State have that facelift that will make an Igbo be proud that they have, that Enugu State was once the regional capital. And though a man who has seen it all, a man who prospered in his business sector before becoming governor, we know what he did at Pinnacle Oil and Gas, how he made Pinnacle that was just a neophyte company become the top leading company in the downstream sector.
We know all about that,
So
about the governor.
this governor is someone who understands what leadership is all about.
All right now, so in other words, talking about the launch of the Enugu Air, are you saying that Enugu State now has its own aircraft?
Yes.
And it numbers up to 3 of them?
3 of them.
Shuttling around Nigeria?
Yes.
Mm.
And the governor has intention for Enugu to become a regional, to have its own regional flight too, going to countries like Addis Ababa and others.
Outside Nigeria?
Outside Nigeria.
From Enugu here?
From Enugu here. And you also remember that the governor said that the Enugu Air is people's air. It's for the people of Enugu State. It's for students. It's for investors. It's for businessmen and women of Enugu State, Ndibo and Nigeria in general. He made that pronouncement, which was very consequential for the people to understand that this is your own. It is not just about Peter Mbah being behind the scene.
All right, we'll fall back to you later on when we return from this short break, because quite a lot. And, when we begin to hear these reports, it begins to sound like it's in the movies. Yeah. You understand? Within 2 years, we're looking at different sectoral developments. It's no longer about road projects. It's no longer about the security infrastructure, though we're not done with that yet. Because you made some remarks there about command and control. Maybe the viewer may want to know, what does that entail, security-wise, We understand there are cameras in Enugu now. I want to understand if they are really functioning, or are they just there, as decoration. But now we are looking at the state, Enugu, having its own airline. I mean, that's a major breakthrough. And if it's really, really going to be functional, as you are telling us, then that means Enugu has gone international. All right, there, viewer. We'll return to continue the conversation with Honorable Arinze Nnamani on the developmental strides in Enugu under this current administration led by Dr. Peter Mbah. Just in a while. Don't go away. Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives. We'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world. Okay, you're welcome back to the program, The Arena on Aneke Television. We still have Honorable Arinze Nnamani, the Special Assistant to the Governor of Enugu State on Media, here talking to us on the developmental strides in Enugu State at the moment. So, where we left off, we left off at the point where we're looking at the Enugu Air. And the information you've given us is that apart from launching the 3 aircrafts now, shuttling Enugu and to some other parts of Nigeria, it is within the intention of the governor that we'll begin to have direct flights across Africa, outside Nigeria.
Outside Nigeria, you can stay from Enugu to go to UK, to go to Guangzhou, to go to...
really?
Yes. This is what this man called Governor Mbah is thinking about. This is where he envisioned Enugu State to be. He knows how to do it.
He knows how to do it. All right, let's leave that part out now. What about health? Because they say health is wealth. We can't be building all of these things. And if the people are not, healthy, what do we have, within the health sector?
When Governor Mbah said he practices what we call inclusive governance, inclusive development, we have currently 260 type 2 primary healthcare centers that are being constructed across the 260 political wards.
260 type 2 health centers?
Yes. Because in Enugu State we have 260 political wards. So the governor is constructing 260 type 2 health center across the state. Across the state. You understand that health is very, very important. important. Health is very indispensable. That if you want to have you need to have a healthy workforce for the state to be productive. This is why he's constructing 260 type 2 permanent healthcare centers across the 260 school heads. And I can assure you that most of those type 2 permanent care centers have become operational. Yes, most of them have become operational.
And we hope they're not just going to be mere physical structures. What about the medical personnel that will be?
It's not just about the brick and mortar. The governor does not do something for self-acclaim, for people to, just to commend the public commendation why you don't have the right kind of stuff in total. Now we are equipping those type 2 permanent healthcare center with modern facilities that even have the medical team now that have been recruited. About 2,000 healthcare workers across the 260 permanent healthcare centers that are being recruited by the state government. So we have also the different type of medical facelift and medical shift across the 260 permanent healthcare center. Those healthcare, those people who will be in charge of those 260 healthcare centers are also they have the staff headquarters for them too. So at this situation, you don't just come to the healthcare center and you see that you will not see a doctor or a nurse that will attend to you. That healthcare center is operational 24/7. This is something that is very different from what it used to be, where people just construct one healthcare center, just commission it without putting the right type of people to manage.
We've seen such happen in the past where structures are built, physical structures are erected without equipment, without personnel.
Yes, so
you understand?
The governor is aimed at reducing the child mortality rate. You see, it is very important that you have those healthcare personnel, because most times our mothers, our children fall ill around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and they will not see anybody to attend to them. And you see people dying because of basic things that government should have done for them. But this government is changing that narrative today around the healthcare centers. So we are also seeing, that is just for the permanent healthcare center, we're also seeing what the governor is also doing at the Rangers the 300 bed international Rangers International Hospital.
The international hospital, right?
Yes. So that's...
We are aware when it was flagged up.
Yes.
So what's up with it now?
So it is currently under construction. Serious work is ongoing there. 24/7, the contractors have been given mandate to make sure that they speed up the construction of that international hospital. So the governor has a lot of plans that is ongoing at the Primary Healthcare Center, at the Secondary Health Center too. We have a lot of things that is changing. We also saw some cabinet reshuffle around that, the management of healthcare sectors in the state. The Commissioner for Health have been swapped, So these things are geared towards improving
the health sector. Now the signals are coming, but we cannot let you off this seat without looking at the education sector. Yes. What actually is going on? Education, without education, I don't think society will make any meaningful progress, especially for the children, So what's going on there? In the next 2 minutes, please.
So education is also very important for this administration. That is why he budgeted over 33% for education in the budget, beating UNESCO recommendation. So this governor has set a pace for many governors are coming to Enugu State to come out and study what is happening in the Enugu smart green schools that is being constructed across the 260 school world of the state. So because this is not also just each smart school costs the government over $1 billion to construct.
Each of them?
Yes.
And we're looking at 260 of them?
We're looking at about 260, even 266 now as we speak, because some places the governor will say you have more population, why you have to add more smart schools for those people. So it's 266 smart schools as we speak now. So this governor is so obsessed with education. He wants the people of Enugu State to to be productive, because that smart school will give them different direction of how learning should be. This is about learning by doing. It's no longer the theory where you just do garbage in, garbage out. These children now are very innovative. You teach them the mechatronics, artificial intelligence, augmented realities, the CGS and other things that will make those students become meaningful.
These will be part of their curriculum.
It's part of their curriculum. If you go to the smart school at Owo, you see, I know a lady, one of them called Precious. When the governor started, we went there. When the smart school started at Owo, we went there. This Precious was not. She couldn't even speak to the public. She couldn't even understand what English was all about, or it's all about. But today, if you go to the smart school, you see what Precious has been transformed to. This is the story of where the governor wants our people, every child in Enugu State, to have that basic quality education. By the end of the Governor Mbah's administration, he's not even thinking about today. He's thinking about where our children will be in the next 10 to 15 years. What will be of Enugu State? These children will become providers of even job opportunity, because they will be able to match up to what the international standard is required for.
All right. Away from that now, the building projects now. The building projects. What quality assurances are there, especially monitoring, supervision, around what the contractors? Because recently we got informed that one of these smart schools actually got collapsed.
No.
What happened? Talk to us more.
We don't have.
Can you clarify that one?
No. There's nothing like collapsed smart school. The governor sent the monitoring team led by the Secretary of the State Government, Professor Chidebe Ranya, who went there. And after with the Minister of Works, they went to their place, did an integrity test on that particular smart green school at the Ezeagu. When they did the integrity test, and saw that the integrity test was, what the engineer came up with. I said, okay, I think we need this place is not giving us what it should be like. And the governor immediately ordered for that this smart green school to be demolished.
So it was a case of demolition, not collapse.
No, smart green school at Ezeagu did not collapse. It was demolished. There was nothing like that.
Good, we're hearing it from.
So our governor is someone who will tell contractors, this is the specification that we need. No child in Enugu State, the governor is concerned about every child in Enugu State. He understands that every child in Enugu State, the life of every child in Enugu State is so precious to this governor that he will not jeopardize the chances of people who will become our Mark Zuckerberg, people who will become our Bill Gates to be killed because of reckless contractor. Our governor is not and cannot tolerate any of such kind of nuances from any contractor. So our governor is steadfast and said, if I give you contract, you must do it to this specification. Enugu must see the benefit of the tax they are paying. Enugu must see the benefit of what governance and dividends of democracy they are receiving. It must be built with quality assurance, and this is what the government is standing for. That's very key.
All right, Honorable Harun Zenaman, I think we are overshooting time, but then it's been a pleasure having you come talk to us on Aneke TV today on the development strides in Enugu State under your principal, the Governor, Dr. Peter Mbah. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And what will be your parting word in the next 2 seconds?
Yes, in the next 2 seconds, I want to say that the people of Enugu State should keep on supporting the government of Dr. Peter Mbah, because he means well for the people of Enugu State. And we are all seeing the benefit of voting for the governor. We are seeing that he's setting a high standard of how leadership should be in Nigeria and in Africa, and even the world. Governor Mbah is becoming a global leader today because people are coming to Enugu State. They want to understand how the governor is able to get things done with little amount of money. Enugu State is not an oil-rich state.
All right.
So
let's pause it
let's
there
keep
for
on supporting
today.
Governor Peter
The
Mbah.
discussion will not end today because it's work in progress.
Yes.
So look forward to having you come from time to time to intimate our people and get them better informed on what is going on from the government side.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So dear viewer, that's it. You heard it from the Special Assistant to the Governor of Enugu State on media on what is going on in Enugu State under this current administration. We'll keep bringing you more updates. Stay tuned to Aneke TV. My name is Chris Aneke, signing out.